All right. What up, everybody in chat? People on YouTube later checking this out for whatever reason because you're bored enough and can't find anything better to watch. We're playing some Jun Shadow here. We did finally break out of our 4-1 streak with a lovely 2-3. So, ugh, going in the wrong direction there. But in honor of our new followers, we're going to be playing some Jun Shadow to follow up the Rakdos League there. This is kind of the league we've been enjoying a lot recently, or kind of the list we've been enjoying a lot recently, with traverses to help get shadows and Tarmogoyfs and stuff online, scourges, fetch up Gore Clan Rampager when we want. So we're gonna give this a shot. One of the decks we've been losing to recently is Murktide, so we added a couple unlicensed hearses in the board to fight that, along with like our endurance, throwing the last troll, blah 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 stuff. Um, some of the funky tech in this list that you might not see in other Jun Shadow lists. 2 copies of Snakeskin Veil in the main to be able to fight over like solitudes and leyline bindings and all that sort of junk that we're not interested in playing ourselves. We've got some Tar Fires and Seal of Fire to help enable Traverse, grow Tarmogoyf, enable Scourge of the Skyclaves, grow Death Shadow, all that fun stuff. We've got a Gore Clan Rampager and a Kroxa as like traverse targets, and then Scourge just as like a reasonable follow up threat. So let's just jump in. We can sit here and talk about it all day, but that's boring. How on earth does this channel not have more subs and viewers? Just want to say before I have to go here that Mike, you're the GOAT Shadow content producer. Thanks for all you do, and hope you and yours are well. Get them 5-0s and feed the kiddos. Background, yeah, background guy. I really appreciate that. Very kind of you to say. Like, growth of the channel is whatever. If I enjoy getting out here and playing and people enjoy hanging out, then like that's good enough for me. I don't I know like the channel's not going to be for everybody. There's a lot of people that want to watch just like the most dedicated hardcore win at all cost kind of streams, and like this isn't going to be it. But as long as I think people like learn something from watching, then I'm happy. Yeah, that's fine. Why'd you start streaming? Uh, Good question. So I'd say the answer is kind of like twofold. Um, One, I really like playing Death Shadow. Like I think it's a super fun archetype, super rewarding, and wanted to be able to play more. Two, I really wanted to build like a bit of a community where people who are also interested in Death Shadow could come hang out, share insight, give opinions, or just talk about whatever. So that they kind of went hand in hand. And then for the rest of it, it was just like if I'm playing, it's pretty boring to just like sit at home playing alone. So why not like stream and let other people join in and play and hang out and stuff. And yeah, you get the idea. So what flavor of rhinos are you? You're not. You're not rhinos at all. So if that's the case. Let us replay the Scourge and we'll get down a Shadow. I assume you've messed with Jun Shadow that runs more card advantage like Ren and Riveteer's Charms. Thoughts on that build? I have. We played a list just last week. I call it Jund with Shadows because it's more of like Jund mid range that just happens to have shadows in it. With like 4 Ren and 6, Lilies, Spyro, Charms, the whole 9. It did pretty well. I think we went like We might have gone 4-1 with it, but did reasonably well. What do they do? The Helix to Scourge and or no, Helix Shadow, Leyline binded the Scourge. All right, not the end of the world. Like, are we assuming that this is just uh actually I don't know what it is with Helix. Let's see, do you make money from the streams? A little bit here and there, like not nearly enough to consider this like a full-time job. Like I've got my full-time job. I just stream when I've got time. Um, but I mean, I wouldn't say that like I haven't made anything off the stream. It's just never been like the priority. I'm not going around like, oh my god, I got to stream, got to make a living and pay my rent. Charm got spoiled. That was the first place I thought it would fit well. Since Shadow tends to have a lower curve and the draw 3 really rewards that. Domain Zoo. I mean, I guess it could be Domain Zoo. Yeah, that's probably actually makes the most sense. Tribal Flames My Shadow. You have another copy of Helix. Guessing not if they haven't cast it yet, but maybe they could. I don't know. Let's attack first. I'm just going to take down Teferi. They do have another Lightning Helix. Oh boy. Get out of here. Why did I become a realtor? Well, when I first started my last career, I was in finance. So most of my job was just like getting people started on new investment accounts, dealing with like insurance providers. Not the most exciting stuff in the world, but a lot of just like getting people set up for retirement. But a lot of the places that I worked for were really big into the idea of, hey, get their money in now, and then we'll like figure out what they need later. Just get them to open up the account. And I did not like that in the slightest. Like it felt very, very, oh my God, Geist of Saint Draft. Felt very, very disingenuous. And so I decided to leave that industry and I was like looking for what I wanted to do next. And my mother, who's a realtor, decided that she would bring up the idea of potentially doing real estate. So I looked into it a little bit and it was like, okay, nothing special. And decided just to like give it a shot. And my first year started off pretty well. So I just kind of like kept going with it. More I, uh, more I worked in the industry, the more I enjoyed just like talking to people, seeing what their problems were. And that's kind of made the career transition easier. Hope OP is running Steel of the Godhead to pair with that Geist. Well, I can tell you pretty certainly I'm not beating a Steel of the Godhead. Another Shadow. Ian, you don't know modern staple Steel of the Godhead? How could you not know modern staple Steel of the Godhead? All right. Opponent, please play your best. Not that one. Not that one at all. Oh my god, they're blocking. They're blocking. If I tar fire myself, does that put me in a better position? Yes. I carry on. Gotta hit the Kavu. I ain't hitting no Kavu. Yeah, Tarfire is instant and tribal. So 2 card types off that. Hmm. All right. What are we dead to? What are we dead to? All right. Battle Rage. Traverse to be able to go get Gore Clan Rampager. Any removal spell. Get out of here. Get out of here. Exclamation TBR kill. TBR kill. Got it. Oh, man. Their deck's a little brutal. You know that? I really don't have like a good plan against them. But it doesn't look like they have endurances. Hmm. We'll keep this. I don't know if this hand is going to be good enough, but we've got threats. I've got a way to protect a threat in here somewhere. Another land is great. I was going to say just draw Snakeskin Veil because they probably can't come back from a blowout with it. I mean, it's possible. We're going to find out one way or the other. Here's a Goy. It's got a perfect mana. Just pass the turn. God. Is it happening? Is it happening? Oh man. It's happening. It's happening. Ooh. We're doing it. Why on earth would they wait? Because the opponent wants the value. They saw a green light on the Value Express and said, yes, I would like to take part in that. Now they're aggressively reading Modern Staple Snakeskin Veil. What value? You know. The value. The value meant to kill Cuzco. Cuzco's value. That value. I do appreciate the art in their deck, though. They have like all fancy art stuff. It's kind of interesting. What do I think they have to stop me from killing them here? I guess like Leyline Binding. Oh my god. It's Lightning Helix. Very aggressive hand you've got there, opponent. Uh, can we kill them? I've not played a land for turn yet. If I take Lightning Bolt, I go to 10. Shadow becomes a 3/3. Fetch Shock, it becomes a 6/6. Shock in, it becomes an 8/8. Ping with Peatland, it becomes a 9/9. That is lethal. I also have Tarmogoyf growing off of this sorcery getting added. So, yes, they are in fact dead. We are the champions, my friend. Down, down, and we'll keep on battle raging to the end. Down, down, down. All right, Zoo. 1-0. They lost the F6 value. They did. I don't know. It's kind of the same reason that like people will wait until their opponent's combat step to like fatal push the Ragavan, especially in the blind. Like, oh no, it's the right time to do it. Like it could be. Like maybe they want to wait for me to go in on a battle rage or something and kill me. I can do better. I can do a lot better. Scratch that. I can't do better. Go better around. Food. Food. Not a real deck. Let's start with Fetch Shock Thoughtseize. I can bobble them and see what's coming off the top. Ugh. Saga off the top. Well, they can't finale. So So let's take modern staple Asmarano, Mordecai, Coldakar. Yeah, take that. Say go. TBR kill incoming. If we can find a Scourge or a, not a Scourge, we need to find a Shadow. Need to find a Shadow. Maybe we can. Saga down. Shadow off the top. Right here. Right here. Oh, man. We're good at this. Think we'd played this deck before or something? Bobble them. Catacombs, sure. Here is a Death Shadow. I'm going to go ahead and make a prediction on what's going to happen. Opponent's going to play another Saga, pass the turn. We're going to play a fetch land. We're going to attack. They're going to make a construct. Before blocks, we're going to dismember it. Battle Rage Shadow for lethal. Prediction has been made. Opponent plays a Saga. Step 1, complete. Opponent passes the turn to us. Step 2, complete. Sure, we'll throw an Inquisition in here because we can. Should have played the fetch land first. Why would you not play the Grist? So we'll take the Grist, play our fetch land, fetch and shock. I guess I shouldn't have Inquisitioned. Whoops. It'll be fine. Maybe. Maybe it'll be fine. Might not be. Might have punted. But it makes a construct. Yeah. Shouldn't have should not have Inquisitioned. I don't know why I thought I was going up to 4 mana. Completely my fault. Had the potential kill. It all went according to plan, too. That's the worst part about it. Like, the plan was working. Punt indeed. Like, we had the kill there. And now they get to Asmo. They can make Shadow shoot itself multiple times. Blah, 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 blah. Just like saw Inquisition. It was like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to Inquisition here. No, we're not. Give it a draw step, see what we happen to hit. Such a big punt. Like, everything went exactly how we assumed it was going to. It was perfect. Until that part where I decided to make a play. Let's see. Snakeskin Veils, whatever. Tarfire and Sealed both don't forget to, or both don't hit Asmo. They're pretty bad. Probably board out a Gore Clan. Board out like a Traverse and second tutor up Grave Hate. Hydrate. Gotcha. Forgot I had Veil to protect my Shadow from Archmage's Charm last Friday. Still won the match. Ooh. A little collector oof action. Collector oof gamers. A lot of magic cards you got there, OP. Be a shame if someone were to take one of them. Let's see. We got a YouTube subscriber. Nice. Once I get collector oof down, I don't really care about most of this. So I think I'm just gonna start taking finales. Yeah, let's do that. Gotta go, my man. You're the best Shadow player I've ever seen. Also subbed you on YouTube. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hope you have an awesome rest of your Wednesday. Appreciate you for stopping by and hanging out. Here is a collector oof. I'll be back. We'll look forward to seeing you. All right. Trail of Crumbs is down. We do need to find like a good follow-up threat. Because I don't think Collector Oof is going to go the full distance here. I guess it could, maybe. Pithing Needle. Let's take a another finale. Important to note that Collector Oof is symmetrical. So like we can't activate EE if we play it out. Just believe in his sacred beard. Well, Saga's a pretty good one for them. What you naming? Bloodstain Mire. Kind of harsh. All right, Shadow off the top. Shadow. Worked last time. It's all coming together now. All right. Am I attacking in with the oof? They double block. I bolt one. Probably fine. Casual scripting. Guilty as charged. Is there any world in which I just let this die so I can EE? No. There's no way I'm letting him have cookbook. That's just crazy. They must have hit a land in here. Gilded goose. Your gilded goose is cooked now. All right. Teamer Battle Rage off the top. One time. It's close. Okay. It's going to be fine. All good things. All good things. They need to stop getting things and make food tokens, though. I realize that's like half their deck, but still. You've got a construct. You've got a soul guide lantern. Cut me off delirium, sure. Got an Asmarano, Mordecai-Stina, Kuldakar. I've got Okay, so I'm gonna have to chump here. What is my follow-up? I could EE on 0, take out the Asmo and the construct. I could EE on 1, take out cookbook, pithing needle, soul guide, the draw of soul guide. Take out cauldron, goose. They do have another cookbook. So I'll probably just have to EE on 0. More gooses. Geese. Ganders. No attack. Teamer Battle Rage. Could be worse. Just crack Bobble when you can. Oh yeah, like when I have the opportunity to crack Bobble, I will absolutely crack Bobble. They did not reveal anything from Trail of Crumbs. Doesn't it get back like any permanent? terminate the Asmarano Mordecai Kuldakar. And we're totally going to find a Teamer Battle Rage right here. Block. Block. I know they just want to get the cats back in the yard for these food tokens, but don't really have a whole bunch of options. So close. All right, how far off are we? Ancient Grudge would have been good. Dismember's fine. We were like a ways off of Battle Rage. Oh my god. Did we board out the TBRs? Are all the TBRs in the bottom 10 cards? There's one. Yep. Battle Rage is in the bottom 10 cards of the deck. Oof. It's in fact not where you want those cards to be. Think you're dead even if the last draw set was TBR. It's block dependent. Like, if they had blocked, say, a cat, I could have TBR. They were at what, 22? So I guess it wouldn't have killed him if they'd blocked with a cat. They would have had to have not blocked at all, right? You're right. A goose or no block would have killed him. But I mean, that's like more outs than we would have had without TBR, right? So might as well play for it. Got to give yourself a chance. All right, what do we got for next round? Should just play Life Gain Guards. Oh, you mean like Omnath plus a fetch land? Maybe some Solitudes in there. Those are good at gaining life. Just spitballing ideas. Botanical Sanctum pass. My immediate assumption would be Living End. No companion. I want that other land. Ooh. Shocked. I didn't think we could possibly be correct with our guess. go with a Blood Crypt, Lightning Bolt you. Trying to be mana efficient here. Like, I think the only way I'm going to be able to win is to set up a post post living in Scourge. So like subtlety me. Guess we'll top the Tarmogoyf. It makes them living in at least. But the important thing is that I just don't want to like play out this Scourge and have it die before living end. But I will like cycle. Will I cycle Street Wraith to get back? Subtlety and a Curator. I don't think it matters, but I could cycle Street Wraith and maybe hit a Fatal Push. No, I'm not running Fatal Push in this list. So I believe my only out. Never mind. The jig is up. The jig is up. All right, we got chalices. We've got endurance. We've got the ability to traverse for some number of these. We've got hearse. We want to board out. Dismembers. Can't bring in Turok. It's better on the play. Ah, so loud. Okay, Kevin, thank you so much for the raid. Hope you had an awesome stream. I'm assuming it involves something rock related. You know, if I just had to take a guess and go out on a limb. But welcome everybody from Kevin's stream. I hope y'all are having an awesome Wednesday so far. I'd love to play first. I would love to keep this. No! Own it. Why don't you like fun? Tried to build with no Liliana and proceeded to eat shit. I mean, sounds like you should have played Liliana. Now we get to Thoughtseize and Shadows. Maybe. Depends what we hit. Endurance, you're not looking too good here, buddy. Unfortunately, Endurance does say target players puts all their cards in the graveyard back into their deck, but I will, however, put a shadow into the graveyard. It clearly thinks I'm up to some sketchy stuff. Do I want to... I'm going to wait on playing out this other shadow. What you got? Putting jokes on you. We've got a terrible hand of magic cards. Are they going for it? Do they have an endurance? Is that like the only thing here that makes any sense? How would you get a basic forest? Hold up. You have got 6 cards in your hand, and I can't target you with an endurance. There's no way you can tell me that I am in a favorable position to win this game. I'm calling shenanigans. I called shenan once, now I'm calling shenan again. OP new to his deck. Maybe. My guy. Are we against tribal ley lines? How many of these things can we run? All of them? Nice. Every last ley line. OPB wild indeed. Force of negation and force of vigor. Yeah. What's going on anymore? Psycho, what's up? You gonna drop opalescence for this tribal ley lines? I really, really hope not, but I feel like there's an above average chance you could be right. TGO lagging on me tonight, won't load. Well, it's been weird with Twitch today. It's been having trouble loading. So I guess it's everything. All right, here's my hearse. Curator is fine. Street Wraith. Slightly less fine. See what happens. So, like, if they didn't find the land, I don't really want to activate the hearse. They didn't. They didn't find the land. So let's target Street Wraith and Curator. The two that I can't block if they come down. Oh man. And now no. I'll keep waiting. I don't think there's a huge reason to do anything right this second. And I don't want to chalice into this Force of Vigor. So here's a Scourge. This is 100% me just trying to take advantage of the possibility that my opponent is not hitting this next land drop. They do this. Opponent, I absolutely love you. You're a fantastic human being. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. For doing this during my turn and not waiting for me to pass. You I love you. I love your family. Love everybody associated with you. We take it. For those of you wondering why I love my opponent so much, they decided to fire off that Force of Vigor like during my first main phase instead of waiting till end of turn. I didn't want to play out the Chalice into it, but obviously if they're going to use the Force, I'm going to. Figured I'd give it a minute, and then I saw the boys were playing Shadows, so I'm hanging now. Well, always glad to have you around. Usually I go live somewhere around like 2 p.m. Central, Monday through Friday ish. Also depends on like today we had to wait till longer because Twitch is still acting funny, but it's been kind of on and off most of the day. Let's see. People got to learn the game somehow. I'll take a, I'll take it easy on the poor fella. He's playing Living End, so I gotta burn a little bit. Yeah, I mean, like Living End's gonna have a pretty good time against us most of the time. So if my opponent decides to take a couple slightly suboptimal lines, I'm accepting of that. Don't really want you. There's some sort of Tron, but weird Tron. Like looks prison Tron-y, but not sure. Either way, we've got to traverse the Ulvenwald online, so we're going to go get ourselves one of these here patent pending death shadows. Here's a fetch land. Play you out. Thoughtseize OP. Lesson. We're going to take an ensnaring bridge. Is there any reason to go lower than we have to? Not really. Would you like to walking ballista shoot me? You would. All right. We've got one turn to draw. I think last Tron land or another ensnaring bridge is like the only out. Does not find it. Nice. So we got Ancient Grudge, Alpine Moon, Collector Oof. Turoks are okay. They're a lot better if you have Ragavan in the deck in a matchup like this. What would I rather have over a Snakeskin Veil? Like, is there any argument for like a Chalice or something? Probably not. A Resolution is shit. What's that 4-drop? It was a Mystic Forge. Was the 4-drop in question. All right. Reasonable hand. Turn 1, we've got land, artifact, instant, creature if we want delirium. Or we've got land, artifact, instant, or land, artifact, creature, sorcery if we want it that way. Oh, their hand is bad. Their hand is really bad. I'll take this tablet thingy. Interesting. Opponent might have just killed themselves by not playing out that ratchet bomb. Another expedition map. Kind of rude, OP. All right, let's think. If I hit a fetch land, if I shock or bolt myself down to 7, untap, hit a fetch land, I can fetch shock to 4, traverse for a street wraith, and that gives me a lethal shadow. If I don't, if I bolt them, no, I need to bolt myself regardless because their next play next turn might just be casting Thrag Tusk. And if that's the case, then I can trample over Thrag Tusk with Battle Rage. I could also just get another Street Ray. No. I want to get a fetch land. Fetch shock. Hit him for 9. I guess I'm just hitting him for 9 and playing Tarmogoyf. Like, I don't care about the ratchet bomb here. I could hit them for 9 or hit them for 18 and hold lightning bolt. But if they've got Gore Clan, or not Gore Clan, Thragtusk, that's going to negate the lightning bolt anyway. So my hope is that this is just like Thragtusk plus Ratchet Bomb. Go. We also beat Worm Coil Engine. We don't beat Sundering Titan. Yeah. Ah, Bridge. God, so close. So close. And a Karn. Well, their top decks were a lot better than we thought. All right, you got a Karn. Exile Lightning Bolt from my hand. Ancient Grudge off the top. Ancient Grudge off the top. Don't think continuing does anything for me. And I guess I could potentially hit Ancient Grudge and do something, but well, not if they just map for Blast Zone. Could get Croxa. Don't believe Croxa really does anything for me though. Peatland, sack Peatland. If that's the case, I'd rather just get Wraith. I don't want to show him Alpine Moon. And Snaring Bridge off the top. Or one of the two cards unknown. If I thought about the Ensnaring Bridge ahead of time, I probably would have gone ahead and brought in the EE. But honestly, I just didn't have, or even though I saw Ensnaring Bridge game one, I just didn't think about it being like in the main deck. Like a card they could just draw to. We'll keep this. I can turn one Traverse for a basic Swamp. Turn two Collector Oof. Where's the Outland Liberator when we need it? I mean, that could be an option. Maybe Outland Liberator is better than Collector Oof. Well, isn't that unfortunate? Here's a Blood Crypt. Here is a Oof. That technically works. All right, so we hit you for 2. Play a Scourge. Play a Seal of Fire. Say go. You're gonna bridge me. O Stone. Okay. We can potentially beat O Stone. We can definitely beat O Stone. All right. I want to math this out so that I don't lose to Land and Snaring Bridge if I can. But I don't think it's possible for me to not be dead to that. Because if I hit them for 4, Scourge is growing to a 5/5. If they go Land Bridge, like, Scourge can't attack. Tough shit. So what if I hit them with just the oof and play the other Scourge? If I hit with oof down to 16, Scourges become 4/4s. He draws up to 6 cards. If he plays Land Bridge, I can attack under it. He's at 16. I've got 2 4/4 Scourges. I Seal of Fire myself down to 13. Attack. Battle Rage. One of my Scourges. It hits for 4. Hits them down to 12. The 2 Scourges become 7/7s. That's lethal. So I can beat Land Bridge. But not if I attack with the Scourge and the Oof. And also, he's got to have like no other 1-drop artifact or something. The Juice Box coming in with the 100 bits. Thank you so much. Hope you're having an awesome Wednesday. Look at this guy, every possible wrinkle in that brain. Sometimes. Can't do anything about this. Get Tower. Walking Ballista. Okay, we win. Just to show you, you were really, really dead. There's a tower. Whatever. Hiya. Might have slow rolled a little bit there, but I feel like Tron deserves it. Don't, this is my house. Don't come into my house playing no Tron. But like Juicebox said, I do really like that we came up with a line that beat Land and Snaring Bridge. I do feel good about that. All right. This is Scourge. I don't even remember what all we've played this league. We played Tron there. What else have we played against this league? Not sober enough for that level of thinking. All right, opponent, please don't lightning bolt me. Really, I should have gotten a stomping ground so that I could potentially hit like a bolt or something and play it. But here we are. Getting scammed. Not sober enough for that level of thinking. Why do I not remember? Do we play? We played Zoo this league. Won that one because of Snakeskin Veil. We played again. What? Shadow off the top. Doesn't really matter. Guess I'll just play you to be able to get a tapped land. Hiya, go away. I cannot remember what we played against. Oh, food. That was our loss. Then something else. What was the last one? Food, Tron, Zoo, and now Scam, but we don't care about this one yet. Living End. That was the other one. Got to keep the spreadsheet up to date. All right. So if opponent has nothing relevant and we can escape Croxa, we are looking at a battle rage for lethal afterwards. But if they have anything, that plan goes out the window. Got a thought seize. No. So now I have to crack one of these, look for an answer to a Dolphy, which we do not find. Yep. All right. Scam. Durance is great. Hearse is great. Terminates are great. Thrun, the last MF troll, is great. Take out some Wraiths. Take out Battle Rages. And some Inquisitions. Sego. Run the last MF troll. MF very obviously standing for most friendly troll. You can just tell looking at him that he's got like nothing but positive vibes going on. Look at that troll. If he doesn't look friendly, I don't know what it does. He looks like he stares down a Fury and laughs. It's like, you got how many strikes? Cute. It's like, what is that? A terminate? He's just standing there with his stick. Heflo, just always thought that you always should side out all discard Thoughtseize matchups. Not the case. So Thoughtseize is really good in a matchup like this since they're essentially a combo starting deck, and Thoughtseize can disrupt like them from having grief plus an undying effect. It does help grow shadows and scourges and whatnot, which is relevant for sure. But mostly, like, you're trying to interact in the first couple turns. Thoughtseize is a pretty good way to interact. Like, the notion of boarding out all of your hand disruption spells in the Thoughtseize matchup originated with, like, the Jund mirrors, where the end goal of the game was to trade 1-for-1 as aggressively as you can and then top deck better than your opponent. And Thoughtseize and Inquisition and those mirrors are just like a dead card after turn 5, 6. So you didn't want to top deck those. You wanted to board in like anything with power and toughness, any removal spells, whatever, so that you could interact at all points in the game. But Shadow is not that same kind of deck. Like, because you're trying to get on the board aggressively, protect your threats. And now that modern is a lot more like 2-for-1 centric, really more focused on getting out on the front foot. And one of the best ways to do that is with Thoughtseize to be able to nag troublesome cards before they have a chance to interact with you. I'm going to go ahead and get the basic swamp. It could have Blood Moon. Like here, I kind of don't want my opponent to turn 1 Fury me. It's not the end of the game if they do. So maybe actually I don't mind taking a Spyro here and letting them go for Fury if they want to. If they do, it kind of gets like all of the gas out of their hand, which is a pretty big plus. We got another YouTube subscriber. Nice. Definitely appreciate everybody checking out the YouTube channel. Really trying to grow that presence. And for anybody that's interested in checking it out, the YouTube channel does have like all of our leagues. Pull the YouTube channel up real quick. has got all of our leagues on here, voiceovers, matchup guides, everything, non-shadow leagues. And if you go to any particular league, you can see everything from the deck list we played, invite to the Discord if you haven't joined the Control Freak Discord and you're maybe interested in. All of the matchups we had are all timestamped, so you can go and like find that specific matchup if you want. And yeah, there you go. Use this power wisely. Okay, so I could play a Goyf. I think I am. I think I'm going to play a Goyf, protect it with Snakeskin Veil. And if they go to push it, I can Veil. That might force them to Fury ditch the Seasoned Pyromancer, in which case I've got sorcery, instant, creature, artifact, land in my yard. So I can go traverse for something else. They're going to go for Fury, pitch Fury. So I'm going to go for Grow the Tarmogoyf. Resolve your first Fury. We will Snakeskin Veil. Force the Fatal Push here. Hopefully. Okay. Now we've got Delirium for our Traverse. So what's our game plan? I guess Traverse for Scourge would be like decent. I could Traverse for Croxa. Plan on getting it back next turn. Endurance doesn't really do anything for me. Probably just Traverse for Scourge and then also Traverse for Shadow. Is Croxa better? No, it's got to be a Shadow. Here's a Scourge. Have another Fatal Push. Yep, that was the downside. Blood Moon. Sure. It's, infinitely less exciting this stage of the game. Kind of have a bit of a hard time believing that was better than Spyro. But I guess this is going to be one of those. What's the phrasing? Um, Confirmation bias situations. He's gonna mess around and let me find a way out of this. All right. I would like a lightning bolt off the top. Not quite. Oh yeah, they do have Spire in the yard. All right. What's my NMLS ID? That's a good question. S55545. I think. Let's see. It's public information, so I'm gonna look it up. Um, all right. Well, 3-2. Not the worst. Could be better, but that's how it goes. Uh, Not this list. Go away. Traverse looked okay. Snakeskin Veil is pretty sweet. I kind of missed having Fatal Push at a few spots in that league. Like Seal and Tarfire are great for Tarmogoyf and Traverse. Not so great if you don't have Goyf or Traverse. Like they're kind of suboptimal removal spells. But still not terrible. Sideboard Unlicensed Hearse was probably overall better than I thought it would be. Still not like the lights out Grave Hate piece that like Dolthy is, but it's better against Murktide, and that's kind of what I want it there for.